Hi friends, it's Courtney. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, then thanks for stopping by, and for returning viewers, I'm glad that you clicked that button to hang out with me once again. So I know that I just posted a setup because I am back in rings, and after being in it, I think for like a little over a month maybe, I've made a few tweaks, and I have also moved into another planner. So this is a Kiki K, and it is really like, I think I got it in 2016 when I was really into rings. It's just been sitting on my shelf. I had intended on like listing it in one of the buy sell trade groups, and I just never did. And I've really been wanting a planner with a snapping closure instead of the elastic that was on my Foxy Fix, and I wanted something lighter for spring. I didn't really want to spend any more money. So I was like, I never even really, I don't think I ever even moved into this when I got it. I think maybe I set it up, and by that time I had like moved on to something else. So I don't think I ever really used this. So, and it is a little bit maybe more decorative in certain ways than I typically set my planners up, but I was having such fun setting it up, number one, that I just decided to go with it. And number two, we're not leaving the house, so I don't have to worry about making it not so like bulky that I won't want to take it out with me, or worried about like all of the kind of ephemera getting everywhere, like in my purse or flying out when I'm opening it somewhere. So I just decided to have a little fun. It's not over the top, I don't think. I think it's a little bit like extra for me, but you know. Um, so yeah, I don't usually like decorate pockets, but I just decided to because why not? So I just have this like holographic cardstock in here. It was like the dashboard in my other planner. And then this is just a journaling card from Simply Gilded, and this is that like laser cut doily cardstock from Michaels. These are some sticky notes from a very old Planner Society kit. These are some sticky notes from, I got them from Michaels, but I can't remember the little shop that did the collab with them. And then that is my son's school picture from last year. And this was a bow paper clip from a Cocoa Daisy kit. So that's just kind of, I just decided to pretty up the pockets. So my first section, and I made all of my dividers. They're not perfect, but they work. And all I did was print what I wanted on them on a piece of vellum, and then I laminated the vellum, and that's that. And then behind each like dashboard, I just have a piece of printed vellum. So in my inbox, I just have these from SM Plans, and I believe these were a freebie in her Facebook group. And then what I do is I just kind of highlight it when it gets moved to where it needs to be, or if it gets, like if I just do whatever it is. And then I also have these, I think these are the fall florals from SM Plans. I can't remember, but it's the, I think she has them in lined. in grid. I'm not sure if she has dot grid, but these are the grid. And then my next section is my calendar section. And then I just have this vellum. Usually, like, I'm a monthly, like, I have to have a monthly view in all of my planners because that's the one place where I put everything on. Except right now, there's not a lot going on. Most of our things have been canceled. And I'm not sure, like, our governor has basically shut everything down until May 1st. So, like, schools are canceled. I know Rowan had a dentist appointment that was supposed to be happening right now, and they've rescheduled it. Well, it's not even rescheduled. She called, and all of those appointments that need to be rescheduled, like, she's just putting on the calendar for June 1st and June 2nd. So hopefully that will give everything enough time to sort of calm down, and then she'll call us on that day and we can schedule the appointments, which I don't know why I gave you that long-winded explanation of life right now. And I'm sure everybody's going through the same stuff. So what I have done is I bought this like yearly pullout on Etsy, and so I'm just marking things on here since we don't, I mean, obviously I don't have anything on here because I just put it in here in April. Since we don't really have anything going on, but like blue is Rowan's color, pink is for birthdays, anniversaries, and holidays. This like golden color is my stuff. So yeah, that's what I'm using for my monthly, just because I don't need to have all of my monthly pages in here. And then after that, I just popped in a check register just so I can like try to keep better track of my spending. And then and then we go into my weeklies. So I had been using these from Peanuts Planner Co. for a couple of weeks, and I liked them, but thought that I needed more space. So then I moved into these week on 4 pages, and these are from Simple and Trendy Co. And I liked them, but I wasn't quite sure. So then I think I like played with the week on 2 pages again, and you can see that I used that. I did feel like I needed like a place to do my weekly review, and then like a weekly page where I could like write stuff that couldn't really fit on here because it's like 2 days per page, I guess. And now that everything's closed, I went back to this week on 2 pages, and I really liked it. I think, yeah, this was last week. But I think for now, because I've added daily pages, because I was missing, like when I was using this, I wasn't having enough space for what I needed. And then we weren't really, I didn't need to put everything down. I was using this habit tracker as more of like a task to-do list, and using like the Alistair method. So basically you write down everything that you need to do and you assign it a day that you're going to do it, so you don't need to write it in here. And then like as you do it, you check it off or you forward it. If it was something that I'm not going to do, then I would draw a line through it and cancel it. And then just as I completed, I just went ahead with my gray mild liner and crossed completely through them so that I could be able to glance down at it and see that those things were done. So, but since I decided to go back to dailies, I think this might be too much space, especially now since we don't have a ton like going on, that I need to keep track of like in a weekly overview, if that makes any sense. Now I am using these SM plans. I think she calls them the Productive Weekly. I'm not sure, but I will link them below. So it's just a week on one page. You get, I think you can get them like in the file, I think, or maybe she has different options. I can't quite remember, but you can get a Monday start or a Sunday start, I believe. I always choose Monday because that's just how my brain works. And so, yeah, this is just enough space for me to write down, like, if there's anything specific happening, some tasks. So I have some tasks that I need to do, some calls I need to make, and just like any notes. So I printed out a couple of them just for the month of April until I do think like you get a file that it comes pink, but at the time my printer was being like really funky and it wasn't printing in color, and that was like a whole thing, and I just didn't want to waste these, waste the paper. So I just used my Tombow and put yellow or pink on it. So I'm going to try these out for April and see how they work. I think that's what had me stuck about rings before was I felt like I needed to find an insert and stay in it. I don't know why, like I can be weirdly like rigid about some things that I don't need to be. And so I think that's what was throwing me off about rings. And also the fact that I do like to have a bound, some sort of binding on a book so that I can look back on it and kind of see what we were doing. I do have some like recollections personal planners that currently is holding some of my extra inserts, but I think what I use, I'm just going to stick in one of those because they're relatively inexpensive. And then if I want to look back on this time, I will have them. So as for daily pages, I am using these from Annie Plants Printable. It does have like a monthly calendar, so I can get that like monthly view if I want. And yeah, I just put them in there, so I did go back and like add some things, but those are my days. I made this little like bookmark, and then this is the start of the week. So you get a weekly sort of overview. You can do whatever you want. And then you go into your daily pages. I don't know if I'm always going to use like stickers or washi, but I have a bunch of like leftovers from kits, so I just like threw them in here. Or like, you know, when you buy those happy planner books, but there are stickers that you never use out of them for whatever reason, I might as well use them like on these pages. So, and I think you get, like when you print it out, you get enough for 1 month. And then my next section is personal. And there's another piece of vellum. I did add another copy of that fold out so that I can track, like, if I'm not feeling well. Like right now I'm really kind of going through it with my allergies. At least I hope that's what it is. So I just want to keep track of like what I'm feeling, whether it's like allergies or a headache, or sometimes I wake up and like my hands are swollen, any stuff like that. These are workouts, so you get 2 weeks per page. These are from Peanuts Planner Co. as well. I think if I plan my workouts, which is so ridiculous because I mostly do them off of YouTube and I have them all saved to a playlist. But for some reason, like going through the playlist and picking out the ones I want to do specifically, hopefully that will make me do them. Like I said before, I was really kind of killing it in terms of making like healthier choices in my diet and working out at the beginning of the year, and I kind of fell off. And I really, especially now that we're not doing much and it's easy to snack and I'm not moving as much. I just want to keep track of that. So I plan those out for the week to come. We'll see how it goes. This is the self-care insert from Jacinia Printables, and it just is, let me show you a blank one. So it looks like this. I do like it because it breaks down the morning, afternoon, and evening and your bedtime, and then you have some things you can track here for self-care. She has this for meals. I use mine for tracking like how tired I am, my anxiety and my depression, and it's just like a 1 through 10. Well, fatigue is 1 through 5, and anxiety and depression are 1 through 10. And these are, I'm tracking like how many minutes I'm moving per day. You can see I basically sat on the couch all day yesterday. And then I can jot down notes or how I was feeling that week in that space. There is a section for therapy notes. And so you just kind of date it and you can reflect on anything that struck you during that session, or if there's something, that you said or your therapist said that kind of was like a light bulb for you. This is a good place to put it. And then if you have any goals or homework for between your sessions, you can put them there, which has been helpful. And then this is just like a line a day. So I'm just doing like a quick note about the day in here. I did it for all of March. I'm actually like pretty proud of myself. Oh, I think I forgot 2 days. And I couldn't remember what we did those days. So that's that. Let me put this back on here. And what is next? Oh, and then I printed these just like journaling light pages from Peanuts Planner Co. So if I do want to like remember something or journal a little bit about that day, I have a space to do it in here. My next section is for my son. His name's Rowan. So that's what this section is called. And then this was just one of my favorite pictures of him. And I have this insert from Annie Plans. It's a collab with Van Sticky. And I just got it since he's actually, he just turned 6. But he is still in preschool, so it's not like a lot of schooling in terms of like assignments to complete online or whatnot. His preschool, the teachers like put together packets of stuff for the parents to pick up for April, and they're going to do that for the rest of the month as well. So I guess like March and part of April, and then Wednesday we get to pick up new packets for them. So I just want to go through the packets and pull out things that we need to do. And I figure like, oh shoot, sorry. I can do this like a day. So I could do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then we also have, he has some special needs. So he has an IEP, and his IEP team put together some stuff for us to work on with him at home. So like I have a section for each of those things. And then I can use this for like any notes or questions or anything like that. Or if there is something extra that we want to do, like if we want to do like a scavenger hunt through the neighborhood, or like a nature hunt, or if we want to make cards to send to my dad, since we can't really visit, or anything like that, like a project that I want to work on with him, I can put in this section. So I just thought it would help me, like, you know, have a plan instead of thinking every day, like, oh, what can I do for him? Or if there's like our zoo has been doing zoo school on Facebook, and some of them I don't think he would be interested in because they're not really like animals that he is super into. But it's not like the other day they had a sloth one, and they do it every day, I think at 3 o'clock. But if there's like specific ones that I want us to catch, then I can make a note of it there. So I just have these printed out. And then these are just the kids' inserts from Annie Plans, and they look like that. And it's just like doctor's visits. And then I just threw in a couple of note pages in case there's like anything that I'm concerned about that I want to make a note about. My next section is home. And I added these recurring monthly task lists from Peanuts Planner Co. I need to just like go through the house and kind of have a quick chat with my husband about things around the house that maybe he wants me to keep track of in here. And then these are like project pages. These inserts are from Pink and Posy Designs, I think. We're doing just some projects around the house, so these are just pages to break them down. There's a monthly, you can see, I cut these so weird. I don't know what I was doing. So you get like a monthly meal plan, which I think would be helpful, especially since we're not going to the grocery store as frequently, to maybe do once a month. And then these are some of our favorite meals. She has a space for new meals to try. And then I thought this would be especially helpful right now. There's, which I don't know if you can you see that? Oh, that was too far. Pantry inventory and a freezer inventory. And then your meal planning and grocery list. And then the next thing is the deep cleaning checklist, which now is the perfect time to kind of do that. Okay, the thing that I like about these inserts is that you can edit them. So you can put in your own, you can create your own like things that you do daily, and then you can fill them in. I did these up here, but these may change, so I just wrote them in, which is fine. And I have a couple of those printed out. The next section, that's more like cleaning stuff, what the zones are, whatever. My next section is blog and YouTube, so I'm just using this month on one page. Oops. I'm just using this month on one page from Annie Plans to just kind of make a note of when I have videos and blog posts going up, and then I just have like notes pages with ideas. And then this is a content planner from Peanuts Planner Co. in case I want to use it. My next section is projects. So this is projects that aren't home projects, but like related to me. And then right now I just have these freebies from SM Plans, and I'm just sort of doing like a brain dump of all of the things that I want to do. And then I do have some project planning inserts from Peanuts Planner Co. that I haven't printed out, that I can, like, once I pick a project, sort of go in and start breaking it down. And then this is my list section, and I just have like pages. I cut down my B6 Stayology and use that paper in here because I really, really love it. And then I just have more of those floral notes pages, and then this is just like a pocket with some stickers in it. So that is my current setup, and I am really enjoying being back in rings again. I think it's really functional for our lives, or well, my life right now, and it's helping me get out of my head and be a little bit less anxious about what's happening. So I may do some more like in-depth, or I had been thinking about doing more in-depth, like how I'm planning like projects and whatnot. If that's something that you are interested in, leave me a comment down below and let me know. Has your setup, have you adjusted your planning style and system to, I guess, the place that we are like in life right now? I know that there are a lot of people still working, but I know that there are also a lot of people not working and a lot of people home right now and they would otherwise be out. So yeah, let me know if you're like this sort of strange time that we're living in has affected your system and how you're planning and moving forward. I would love to chat with you about it. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, click subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.